If you think you've heard all of the strategies on how to be a positive person, I want you to think again because in today's video, I'm going to break down 7 uncommon game changing ways for you to be a more positive person starting right now. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Kiaundra Jackson Show. I am your host, licensed therapist Kiaundra Jackson. And before we get into it, I need for you to put in the comment section, what are some things that you do to make sure that you maintain a positive sense of self, that you increase your positivity around you, and that you're a more positive person? Put it in the comments so we can chat about it. The first uncommon way for you to become a more positive person is to declutter your physical space. Now, I know you're probably like, Kiaundra, what does my physical space have to do with me being a positive person? But there is a correlation. When you have junk and gunk and things packed up and you hoarding and your environment isn't clean, that can impact your mental space. And when things impact your mental space, that also impacts the positivity from flowing easily. Because one thing that I do know is that a messy environment and the clutter can create more mental stress, more anxiety, more worry. I know some of y'all feel, and you guys can probably relate to me on this, when your environment is clean, when your room is clean, when your house is clean, you can just relax a little bit easier. Your ideas flow a little bit better and you're chilling. This impacts your attitude and your mood and your ability to be more positive. The second uncommon way to become a more positive person is to create a positivity playlist. Listen, I know we all have regular Spotify, Pandora, or whoever type of playlist where it's for different moods. And I listen to this when I'm working. I listen to this when I'm working out. I listen to this when I want to be more spiritual. All of those things. But I need for you to create a positivity playlist. Add all of the songs, the artists, the jams, okay, from back in the day to current, that just makes you feel good. That puts a smile on your face. That makes you want to dance a little bit. You're like, hey, do whatever you need to do to put yourself in a positive mood. And we know how powerful music is. So making sure you create that positivity list and listening to it regularly is a game changer. Trust me. The third uncommon way for you to become a more positive person is to create a compliment journal. This is super duper helpful. I want you to create a journal, a list, a whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it, where you write down all of the compliments that you have received from other people. I'm talking about all of the positive feedback that you have received from family, from friends, from coworkers, from strangers, from whom, and even from yourself, okay? Because sometimes we have to encourage ourselves. That's a gospel song. But anywho, I want you to create a journal full of compliments, because what this is going to do is when you're going through hard times, when you're going through tough times, when your self-esteem might be a little bit low or you not feeling your best, you can go back to that journal and look at all of the amazing things that people have said about you, your work ethic, your physical appearance, your style, your energy, or whatever the case may be. And here's the ninja tip. What I like to do for stuff like this is not only do I write those things down, but I put a date next to it and the time too. Because it's something powerful about being able to go back and say, oh, on December 31st at 11:59, this person told me this. Oh yeah, I remember that day. I was going here. And now I remember that. It just does something to you. So don't just write the thing, but also put the date and the time if you can as well. The fourth uncommon way for you to become a more positive person is to limit exposure to negativity. Yes. I'm not just talking about social media though. I'm talking about your family, your raggedy friends, strangers who be saying crazy stuff to you, but also even the news. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who are like, I watch the news because I want to be informed about what's going on in the world, and that's cool. But sometimes hearing all of the negativity after negativity back to back to back can take a negative toll on you. It can cause more anxiety, more depression, more worry, and that's going to prevent you from being a positive person. So if you are going to engage and watch the news regularly, make sure you're taking it in doses, whatever the proper word is, or just make sure, listen, you're getting your news from a source that's just not saturated in nothing but negativity. I know for me, I had to stop watching the news altogether for a while because it was causing me so much anxiety. Every time it was like, these many people died, these many people got shot, these many people caught up in a fire, and I was just like, do they report on anything positive anymore? Because this is causing me too much anxiety. I can't do it. And so I wind up not watching the news for a long time, probably a year or two. And I try to stay informed, but sometimes I had to eliminate and decrease the things that were not causing me to be a more positive person. The fifth uncommon way for you to become a more positive person is to practice micro acts of kindness. And for this one, instead of you receiving all of the comments from other people, like we mentioned in the previous one, this is when you give other people comments. There has been so many studies that have shown that not only when you do other things for other people, it boosts their positivity, their self-esteem, but it also does something to us as well. So instead of you just trying to keep things to yourself and do things and just for other people, no, it has this reciprocal effect. When you help the other person, you're helping them, but you're also helping yourself too. So write that note, give a compliment, tell somebody they look good today, give a homeless person some money, hold the door open for the person coming behind you into an establishment. Do those little small acts of kindness. Help somebody in the grocery store. I remember I was at Trader Joe's and there was this small little lady. She was so short. She had to be like 4 feet something. She was trying to get milk on the top shelf. And baby, she was about to knock over everything. And here I am, 5'9". I think I had on heels that day as well. I just came and grabbed it and gave it to her. She was just like, thank you so much. I was having a hard time. And nobody else helped her. And everybody was watching. And it was a crowded day at Trader Joe's as well, right? So just doing little small things like that can help somebody else, but also can help you too. This actually reminds me of that Helpful Honda commercial. I don't know if y'all seen that, where they like pay for people's gas or buy their groceries or, just do random, nice, kindness. I can't even talk today. Random acts of kindness for strangers. And they're just like, it's completely unexpected. And it makes that person's day. And obviously, Honda got a bag, and they might have some other type of benefit for this. But I think just doing that and paying it forward is key. And before we move forward, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Doing those small little things for me helps me to create content for you like this every single week. So the sixth uncommon tip for you to become a more positive person is to create a positivity anchor. And what I mean by this, I need for you to have something in your life, something on you, something on your person that is going to remind you that you need to be a positive person, whether it's a little ring, whether it's a cute little bracelet, whether it's something that you keep in your purse, whether it's some type of visual reminder in your office place. I need for you to have something that is going to remind you to be positive and that you can be positive for yourself, but also be positive to other people. So it's kind of like every time you see that thing, every time you touch that thing, every time, you engage with that particular thing, it's a reminder to uplift your own spirits, but also for you to practice kindness and being a positive person to other people too. And last but not least, the seventh uncommon tip for you to become a more positive person is to set a negativity time limit. For this one, I need for you to set apart some time, whether it's 5 minutes, it's 10, it's 30, or it's an hour, whatever you need. But I need for you to feel all of the emotions in that time period, specifically your negative ones. I want you to feel the sadness. I want you to feel the annoyance. I want you to feel the frustration about whatever that is and allow it to all bubble up. Say what you want to say, do what you want to do within reason and safety. Okay? We need for you to make sure that you're safe and other people are safe. But I need for you to feel those things, because once that time limit is up, we're going to compartmentalize and put that to the side. Compartmentalize doesn't necessarily always mean a bad thing too, by the way. We're going to put that to the side so we can spend the rest of our day, our week, practicing being a positive person and extending that to other people too. So this one, it gives you the ability to do two things. Feel your feels and your emotions, which a lot of people run from, but then also too, you're honoring those feelings. And once that time period is up, you are shifting and moving away and being able to engage in something positive. So let me give my final thoughts on this. I think that being a more positive person is something that we all can benefit from. How many times have we have met people that are negative Nancy's or rude or disrespectful or unkind? And I'm seeing more and more of that in this world. And I think we need people who still practice that level of positivity, optimism, hopefulness, niceness to other people, kindness, goodness. I think those are attributes that we need to embrace a little bit more. Yes, the world can be chaotic and a whole bunch of things can be happening at once, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to give into the negativity. So practice being a more positive person. Send this to somebody somebody who you know needs to be more positive. They may be a little negative Nancy and they may need a little assistance. But thank you so much for watching another episode of the Kiaundra Jackson Show. And I will see you next time. Be blessed. Bye.